Welcome back to Satisfactory. I'm so glad you're here. Last time, we played around a little bit with some smelter blueprints, got a sense of what they would be like. Obviously, this started off as a update 6, but now we're kind of in a update 6.5, maybe a full 7, since we are using blueprint. Since we are using blueprints. Just setting up a little bit of area where we can fly around. So I want to make some modular frames. And as you can see there, I'm almost done. But I want to get done a little faster. So we're going to make some modular frames. In order to do that, we need 80 smelters. So we have our blueprints. We want to smelt 80 iron. Now, it's a little difficult. I didn't really set up a way for me to tell directions on this thing. It looks like I'm trying to observe the belts themselves to get a sense of which direction everything's flowing. I think this is the way I want to go. We'll put this down, say, here. Give ourselves a little room to breathe. Take a look. We know we need 3 belts worth, but obviously the simplest way to do this would be to use 2 sides, right? 4 giant smelter pods of 10 each. Wait, 4 times 10 is only 40. Uh-oh. We're going to have to extend our original plan a little bit. So I think before I do a bunch of copying, we should make sure that this is going to have sufficient everything. And we're only using a very small amount of that iron, so we can pull that off. Well, the distribution seems to be working pretty nicely. See, this is why I was building power poles. Let's get us connected. And I suppose I could catch all the good stuff out here. Say like this and this. So yeah, blueprints are definitely helpful. They're not going to let you build, you know, a 1,500 part factory in one shot, but it's definitely faster. And undeniably so. We're going to speed this up just so we don't lose too much of our wire production. Alright, so theoretically, 10 of these is 300. Right? So I can build at least one more without... Oh, I'm out of sheets. What else are you trying to get me to add to my inventory? Just sheets. There we go. Right, so we fully overclocked that miner Mark III, and we're still backing up iron into the copper wire factory, so that's good news. Alright, blueprint, iron smelters. Now, we were in blueprint mode, so this is gonna... Oh, it looks so ridiculous to try to stack these. I'm not going to. I'm not even going to play around with the idea. I want them right here. I'm just trying to... I mean, I could theoretically, if it let me, this is the build. Right? Because I only need one merger. Like that. But if we really want to make use of the timing and associated savings, that does result in extra stuff being built. Unless I would want to not build this at all. Well, you could build it on just one side. Or you could build a version of it that only has it on one side. And then you come back and you connect the belts. That's something to consider. Because then we would just connect everything down from this smelter to this merger. Then we go out to this merger. And then we go down the line. Yes, I think blueprints are going to offer certain people additional opportunities for optimization. So the thought would be is that you would have one smelter blueprint that would be kind of in the middle, or the end piece maybe. And then that would have this side and this side for the mergers. Then you would have another piece that would only have it on one side. You would just blueprint it pretty close together, and then you would be in a situation where you'd have to manually connect these 5 belts. You'd have to belt into this. That's probably worth it, actually, just from an aesthetic standpoint. Alright, so what do we know for a fact? We have if we want 80, each one of these takes 30. So that's 2,400. And we divide that by 780, which is our max belt speed. So we know we need just over 3 belts to support this. Now, we really only need 70.2 miners, but We're going to give ourselves a little room to grow here. I think I need another belt already. What is this? Should this be a splitter or could it be a merger? It can't be both, unfortunately. I think I'm just going to have to build another... This is technically not a full belt. Let's leave ourselves the option. We're going to leave ourselves the option for 4 belts. Okay. And then we're going to come down here. It's filling up because we don't have any outputs really for these. Huh. So we're going to hit the rest of the blueprints. Let's just get all of this set up. So that's half of the smelters we want to build. Just to make flying a little easier, we're going to connect them up with power. I think I need to stack this. Let's give ourselves a little stackable. I think half and then half. So if we want to pick up this half, we just put the stackable out here, I suppose. That power pole's just too much clipping. We will build this and then send the good stuff into a couple of boxes. And we'll figure out the rest here momentarily. Oh. The power of the control click. Okay. There we go. That side is like packed. So I think, what are we doing here? This is coming in, splitting off. It's also splitting off here. It's gonna get a little ugly, I think. Will you let me merge up? Too steep. There we go. And then ore comes in here. So we have a little bit that hasn't been dealt with yet. Well, I have to admit, blueprints are extremely convenient. Oh, here's where I want to connect. Wait, that's the ore line. I don't want that line. I want the ingot line. Just want to lift this and reconnect it. There we go. So now it is my belief that every smelter has an output. But you don't even have power. Is that true? What? Let's see here. Do you not have power as well? Ah, so there we go. We've copied an error. Two of these don't have power. But they appear to be connected. So this doesn't have power. Ah, that one's full. There we go. Yeah, we should have done that a little differently. But for right now, let's just get all these guys connected. Well, that's not bad. $40 smelters in 20 minutes, not bad. Even with that minor mistake. I need 40 constructors to make iron plates. 64 constructors to make iron rods. A 41 assemblers. Trying to decide, should I just go ahead and finish off? We should just finish this off, right? For instance, now I need to get 3 automated miners. I might as well finish it off and get the other 3. Uh-oh. Steel pipes. I might not have steel pipes on me. Oh, nope. Let's check again. There they are. Saw the steel pipe of the container itself and got a little excited. Okay. Just gonna add two more belts of iron to this crazy, crazy setup. Thought I was going to copy paste, but I suppose since it can only do iron, there's really nothing to copy or paste. Well, except for that recipe by itself. Ooh, why'd that get so crunched? This one seems to be claiming not even sufficient on the original, so we can split that. You know, let's try that again, shall we? Merger, splitter. There we go. That will add more iron to this side. Theoretically, 2 for each side should be about right. Let's build with more blueprints. Why not? We will copy you? No. Oh. Right. It's not going to copy the whole blueprint. Here. Here. Alright, I need to get some power over here. One moment. Okay. Now that we can hover, let's do this. Actually, let's build this so we can be sure. I think that's the right way. I think, let's see, we're dealing with 1200 or... Oh boy, I think I need fuse modular frames. Uh-oh, I'm out of miners. Yep. Okay, what we'll do is we'll just temporarily split off of these other ones. Actually, we're going to take that shortcut. Let's at least do it right. Split off the bottom one here. So both miners will support both sides. Let's see if we have enough stuff. You know, I theoretically could build a blueprint that could build these mergers. But, and the belts. But I don't know if it's worth it. Ooh. I'm all wibbly wobbly here. All right. And then why don't we just we'll just build another merger street. Splitter street, I suppose. Right, this one's already looking light, so let's put a splitter here. And then a merger right there. Trying to decide where is the best place to inject. So theoretically, you know, if I put smart splitters on this, it probably would be better. I could foist ore down here, and then the next one could just connect in, and then boom. But it's so localized, I don't think it matters. This is pulling off a good amount of the ore. So let's do another one there. Control-click splitter, control-click splitter, control-click merger. Let's just do another one. In this way, every pod of 10 smelters gets a fresh injection. Or we find out super early that we've run out. And that's with these both being fully overclocked. Okay. Then down at the end here, we'll merge probably going to do this in a different way, just always experimenting, right? At some point, I will figure out the difference between a merger and a splitter. Oh my god. Oh, I'm blaming the box, and it's again the splitter that I'm setting up wrong. It's a fun time to freeze. Merger. This way. So that's one pod completed. It's 1.5. And that's 2. I could just do like a little diagonal deal here. Why? I think I might like this better than the lift. I don't even want to know how that worked. There we go. So that was 80 smelters built in 40 minutes. Obviously, it could have been a lot faster if I hadn't figured out all the steps along the way. But that's, I mean, I would say my general impact or my impressions of the blueprints definitely time savers, for sure. I could see how people would say, well, can it be bigger? I don't think it needs to be too much bigger. 4x4 is pretty good. And the idea isn't to copy whole factories. But effectively with 4x4, I mean, if you got really creative with this, you could, I mean, you could save a lot of time. That definitely saved a lot of time for me. And now that I know a little bit more how it works and interacts, we'll be able to save them a little bit more time. But I think, so I have to make 2 sets of constructors and some assemblers. We're going to make that in a next video. And then we'll also connect the modular frames to the drone port and ship those back to the main base and help finish off the last 1,000 or 918 assembly director units. So that's the plan for the next episode. Until then, thanks for hanging out, and I do appreciate it.